You step into an elevator, the doors close, you're surrounded by 3 other people in complete silence, and then you notice it, a mirror on the wall. And suddenly everyone does the same thing. They check their hair, adjust their collar, stare at their reflection, anything to avoid the awkward reality of standing inches away from strangers in a tiny metal box. Every day, millions of people ride elevators and assume the mirrors are there for convenience, maybe to check their appearance before an important meeting. But here's the surprising truth. Elevator mirrors weren't installed to help you look good. They were installed to solve a specific psychological problem that was costing building owners serious money. Today, we're uncovering why elevators have mirrors, the hidden psychology behind this simple design choice, and why these reflective surfaces quietly manipulate your perception of time, even when you think you're just fixing your tie. On the unexpected history. Let's start at the beginning. For most of elevator history, elevators didn't have mirrors. When they first became common in the early 20th century, they were purely functional, a box, buttons, nothing else. But as buildings got taller and elevators became essential, a problem emerged. People complained, constantly. The elevators were too slow. The wait was too long. Building managers received endless complaints about elevator speed, and residents threatened to move out. Engineers studied the mechanics. They calculated the physics. And here's what they found. The elevators weren't actually slow. The problem wasn't speed, it was perception. Simple. So in the 1960s, architects tried something unexpected. Instead of installing faster, more expensive elevator systems, they installed mirrors, and complaints dropped dramatically. Not because elevators got faster, because people stopped noticing the wait. That's an important distinction we'll come back to. Here's where most people miss the psychology. There isn't just one reason elevators have mirrors. Perceived wait time means distraction, not actual speed. Studies show that when people are occupied, time feels shorter. A watched pot never boils. A watched elevator never arrives. But give someone a mirror, and suddenly they're checking their outfit, fixing their makeup, observing other passengers. Their brain is engaged, and the 30-second ride feels like 10 seconds. The elevator didn't change. Their experience did. Social awkwardness reduction is different. This one is about comfort, not vanity. Standing silently in a cramped space with strangers is psychologically uncomfortable. It violates our sense of personal space. But a mirror gives you something to do, something to look at that isn't another person's face. It transforms an awkward social trap into a moment of personal grooming or reflection. Eye contact becomes optional. Safety and accessibility are the practical angles. Mirrors help people in wheelchairs see behind them when backing out. They allow parents with strollers to navigate tight spaces. Security personnel can monitor who's entering. For people with disabilities, mirrors aren't just convenient, they're essential for spatial awareness in a confined area. So, when people say mirrors are just for checking how you look, they're missing the deliberate behavioral psychology designed to improve user experience without changing the actual technology. Here's something that surprises many people. The mirror trick works so well that it's been copied across dozens of industries. Restaurants put mirrors in waiting areas to make people feel less impatient. Gyms install mirrors everywhere to keep members engaged and aware of their form. Even smartphone apps use visual distractions, loading animations, progress bars, entertaining graphics to make wait times feel shorter. The principle is the same. Occupy the mind, and time perception changes. Psychologists call this the operational transparency effect. When you can see something happening, even if it's just your own reflection, waiting feels productive instead of wasted. Building designers also discovered secondary benefits. Mirrors make small elevator cabins feel larger and less claustrophobic. Light reflects, creating an illusion of space. For people with anxiety or claustrophobia, this visual expansion can reduce panic and discomfort. To maximize these effects, designers place mirrors strategically, not on the ceiling, which feels invasive, not on all walls, which feels disorienting, usually on the back wall or side panels, just enough reflection to occupy attention without overwhelming the senses. This is especially true in luxury buildings and hotels, where mirrors also signal elegance and attention to detail. That's why even modern, high-speed elevators still include mirrors. It's not about the technology, it's about human perception. So, should every elevator have mirrors? Not exactly. Mirrors matter most in buildings with slower elevators, high traffic periods, or long vertical distances. But for ultra-fast elevators in modern skyscrapers or freight elevators where speed is genuinely prioritized, mirrors become less critical. Your awareness still matters. Recognizing when design is shaping your perception versus solving a real problem helps you see the world more clearly. Elevator mirrors are psychological tools, not decorative accessories. So the next time you find yourself staring at your reflection in an elevator, remember this: those mirrors weren't installed by architects who thought you needed one more chance to check your appearance. They were installed by psychologists who understood that perception is easier to change than reality. Understanding how these design tricks work can help you recognize manipulation in everyday spaces, appreciate the power of distraction, and realize that sometimes the simplest solutions solve problems you didn't even know existed. If this surprised you, give the video a like and share it with someone who always checks themselves out in elevator mirrors. And subscribe to The Unexpected History for more hidden stories behind everyday things. Because sometimes the most reflective surfaces hide the most invisible strategies.